Oh god.
This is not a good pick against Sand King. SK will dominate this lane against Slark, is what I'm afraid of. It's a good answer for late game. It's a good hero to go together with the En-VOD and the Axe. Like, you've got a lot of good synergy. But I think winning the lane has got a lot of importance here for Finem. This is again the early game question for them.
I think if they come online with this Druid timing, they look really good on Singularity because they have good sustain. They've got the Dazzle Heal, the Frost Shield to keep the bear alive. And they've got these two really mobile cores like to play with the bear that just go in and make space.
Yeah, exactly.
This Slark could do okay, but
Slark needs time.
Yeah, he needs a lot of time.
I don't think he can really be given that much time.
I think there's a lot of pressure on Invoker to have a good lane as well. I actually need to shut my window. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I feel like Axe and Invoker here both kind of rely on having a good lane. And yeah, we're waiting for it. That was a little on pause, but that's cool. But yeah, that's the thing. Like Axe and Invoker both, if they have a good lane for themselves, they can make things happen. They can create space for Slark, and Slark can start joining early on for some engagements. But Slark is not very good at team fights. He's good at picking people off one by one. Ember is very fast. You can leash the Ember Spirit on spot. That's one thing. SK is mobile because he has a stun that can completely remove the pounce. Lich, however, is a very optimal target here for the Slark to go on every time they start a fight. Either the Dazzle or the Lich, and then just kind of like cause disarray in team Singularities, how they're approaching, how they're positioning it towards team fights, and how they want to set things up. But they can't really leave people alone and do a lot of split pushing because of the scare of Axe blinking into a Sunstrike or a Slark Shadowblade just picking you off.
My worry for the Slark this game is that he needs a decent BKB timing to fight, right?
Yeah.
If you get like second night and BKB on Slark, you just don't do any damage in these fights. They have to make so much space with this Axe Invoker. Like, Axe has to have a good laning stage. If he doesn't, then I assume he's just going to creep skin, so he should have a decent time. But it just means that the Lodra is also going to free farm.
Yeah. And this is the part where things get really tricky for both of these teams, and stress hormones are starting to kick in for both sides, because a loss here is elimination from the tournament, and you will lose all of your chances of qualifying for the Minor. Is it going to be Singularity or Finem fighting for another day in the qualifiers, which will be tomorrow? And tomorrow is going to be the lower bracket finals and the grand finals. One team from Europe will go through, and I just heard Nigma and Viking also tied up their series 1-1, so they're also in a game 3, even though they are in the upper bracket. But the loser from that will go against the winner from this. And the stakes are high, Mofar.
They are very high. Have you seen DNZ's item build on this Lich? He's ready. He's ready to load for some fools.
Time to pressure the lane, harass the Axe, and be a nuisance. 6 mangoes.
Wonderful.
Thanks for the tip. Appreciate it.
I can't hear you.
Too bad we can't tip as casters.
That would be so bad. No. I'd just flame tip people all the time, even though they're like 100 times better than me. It's great.
I already admire the privilege of being able to backseat, you know, with a permission. That's what I've always called casting, is backseating with permission. While bottom lane, Skylark is already taking a little skirmish here with DNZ and Zitrax. And Zitrax, I think he's kind of had enough of being the guy being initiated on, and he wants to take the initiative. Skylark dropped to half of his HP. Still got 5 tangos and a salve on him, and DNZ with those 6 mangoes. Able to harass quite a lot. Maybe save it for the Axe. Here's a kill opportunity, actually. And Axe is in big trouble. And that is your first blood. I'm definite about it. Zitrax. Wait, no. I might have taken the sip too early. Frost Blast. Right click. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. They're going to lose both bounty runes because of this, but they get the first blood at least.
Yeah, Ruby gets the bounty runes, so that's something. What happened to the bounty runes top?
Probably denied by someone. So it's 2
the bear?
for 2 for 1 for Finem.
Wait, where's the 1 come from? Oh yeah, Oh yeah, okay. I only saw 2 for some reason.
Yeah, apparently the 4th got denied in the top lane. Or maybe at the outpost, I'm not sure. I thought they were both picked up, and Thug is already suffering the consequences of going up against a Dazzle SK lane and instantly forced a salve, and we're not even 1 minute in.
It's not going to be a fun lane for him at all. And Dazzle has a Blightstone as well, so there's going to be even more damage coming in from the Shadow Wave bomb.
Yep, I have a feeling that he's going to go into a pretty early medallion on this Dazzle. That's what I really like.
I also think this Lone Druid should absolutely crush mid lane. Like, Invoker does not have good base damage to work with, and now this guy has 2 units. It's not fair.
Yeah, plus the damage on the bear ramps up by, was it 5 damage per every Lone Druid level?
Oh, I can't remember what
so
it is.
So you can get like a plus 150 in total for your bear damage.
It's a very strong hero at the moment.
Plus, what I like about Lone Druid is, if you look at all of his talents, those are like all benefiting him so well. Like even if he's already not scary enough at level 25, I think Lone Druid has one of the spookiest talents towards late game.
He has 12 slots, dude. That's the scary thing.
Yep, plus the courier for 6. If you're a good micro god, you got 18 items in your use.
Oh my god, 18 slotted druid. Sorry guys, I need to farm my 16th item. We can't push it.
To be honest, I would be happy if this game went over for like 1.5 hours, just so we could see that happen.
Yeah. I want to see the 70-minute items in a game I cast as well. I've never been able to play or cast one yet.
Yeah, same for me.
Oh, Dazzle. That's really well played. Wyvern took the heal at level 2 because the Shadow Wave from the Dazzle was physical damage, so it stops the.
Yeah, it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, true. I was looking at bottom lane where they were just forcing Zitrax out of the lane and forced him to use one of his salves. And DNZ, he's still got 4 mangoes. He's still in the clear. Just no more HP regen remaining except for the regeneration. 20. Quick fingers with the telekinesis. Using a fairy fire to keep the distance. Stay alive for a bit longer. Almost an accidental pull as well. Actually, helping out Singularity here with the melee creep walking into the hard camp. I don't think there's anything to see here in this mid lane. It's very 50-50. 15 and 6 versus 13 and 5.
Yeah, I mean, this Evoker's laning really well, though. Much better than I thought he would.
Yep.
This guy's had a very good time. I feel like Excalibur's making like a few CS mistakes, but it happens.
Yep, and he is actually going for Quas-Wax early on. Not sure if he's going to transition into Exhort after. He definitely uses the regeneration there in the laning stage. So we could still see an Exhort come out, but right now it's looking like a Quas-Wax Invo.
Yeah, well, I've been seeing a lot of people go, oh, bit play?
A bit of casual harass.
I think who's going to commit for that?
Yep, DNZ goes down in the bottom lane.
Oh my god. Nataki cancelled Lone Druid's salve with a cold snap as well. But there's an Orb of Venom on the bear now, which I feel like is what he should have started with.
Oh, perfect. Perfect usage of the Savage Roar as well, not just only getting the roots off, but also using the fear to make sure that he can't go into Ghost Walk.
A regen on the bear.
Seems legit. Zitrax is... Every time I'm looking somewhere else, there's a kill happening in bottom. What is up with these guys? Skylark with 2 kills now. 8 last hits, but 2 kills.
Yeah, he has 9 CS. Like, he's not having a good time at all. Like, these constant Novas coming out from the Lich. He bought another 3 mangoes when he died on the Lich.
So I think this is, I mean, Singularity's bottom lane is doing pretty well. In terms that Sand King is also punishing the Slark as much as he can. And Sand King can probably be left alone at some stage here. Aina versus Spartan at the river. And Slark is coming to take the security for Spartan to take the rune.
I thought Sand King might come over to contest the Wyvern there, but he just wants to get his own bounty in. Makes sense. This is a big nerf for Sand King, by the way, this Veil build-up. You no longer use the Helm of Iron Will anymore. It's just a massive recipe cost.
Yeah. Yeah, 1150 gold for the Veils.
Yeah, like, the things that with in the early game, you tend to build items that have good item builds up, like drums, for example.
Oh, 17 health makes it out because of the Tango regen. Zitrax is dead again. Are you kidding me? Can you guys? I'm missing every kill.
What the hell? To be fair, I'm not catching them either. So like, it's not just you.
Okay, I might catch this one. Okay, Thug makes it out. Never mind. So Thug's courier.
Oh, by the way.
Thug's courier died and Spartan died, and Aina got himself 1 kill and a courier kill.
They didn't even have
a rotation
down.
coming into mid. Okay, I'm not going to miss this one. MNT with a haste rune. Lifts up the lone druid. There's a cold snap as well. Couple of right clicks thrown in. Savage roar just on time. Tornado will connect. Just enough time, but the haste is there. And also the shield from DNZ. So lone druid will survive this one. Good defensive rotation.
Good TP. He's going to salve up the druid here as well, I think. Oh, they might actually just shrine, but...
Yeah, feels like it. And Zitrax is so scared to go into lane because Axis is his call. He's just baiting it the whole time. Cast cancel, you know. Zitrax is just so afraid to walk in.
Zitrax isn't leveling Flame Guard either, which is the first time I've seen this in ages.
Yeah, he doesn't really need it here in this lane. It's all physical damage and Fade Bolt from Rubik. I guess he's just maximizing his damage output against the Axe. I guess you could use Flame Guard for DPS and maybe a bit of jungle farm early on, like farm the easy camp with the Flame Guard.
Well, that's the thing. His farming speed is really bad without Flame Guard, right? Like, he doesn't have a way of farming without it. That's why you see a lot of people go for like a 0-4-2. But he's all about fighting by the seam, but you know, by the seams of it.
Lone Druid has got a lot of farm. 39 and 15, and this is something you don't see every day. Lone Druid rotating towards the bottom lane for a gank. And a first hit root. Are you kidding me? MNT. He will go down because of RNG. Now waiting for the second root. When is it going to connect? 3 hits, 4 hits, and then Taki gets the tornado. Savage roar, the invoker away. And Zitrax's courier died to what?
I don't know.
What killed Zitrax's courier?
I actually have no idea.
What the heck? The creeps?
Maybe it was like it went into tower range on the way.
Tower or the creeps? Something killed it. I mean, it's not one of those angry ancients we saw in here.
Oh yeah, that was
quite the something.
Sankey has Veil coming out now, by the way. He's having a great time.
Yep. Very scary for a Spartan to be in this lane as well, because that Burrow Strike does a lot more damage, even though it's level 2. But with Veils, that increases the magical damage that you do instead of reducing the enemy's resistance.
I think Entaki on this Vegas you probably put a 5th point in Wex, and then you go for Exort afterwards, would be my guess to help him scale. Because like we said, they do have good Sunstrike setups, right? And Stark did just find 2 neutral items at once, which is very lucky.
The top lane epicenter has been used and Slark is ticking low, but it's a 3 versus 1 situation, and now comes the cavalry, but a bit too late. Zitrax uses every single remnant charge for nothing.
Interesting.
And there goes his only tool of playing offensive. Thug is keeping the distance. The pounce connects. Entaki is there. Cold Snap, Tornado's available, and will ensure the kill with it.
What did Zitrax just do?
I believe he was suspecting someone to go buy an item from the non-existent side shop. Might have been an old habit.
But he used the remnants all at once.
Yeah, I feel like he might have like triple clicked it or something like really quickly. I think he was just trying to get one out, but he wasn't sure about the cast range. I don't know what happened, but that was a mistake, nevertheless. Burrow Strike stolen by Rubik. Yeah.
Man, this guy is a very good Rubik player. People have been first phase banning it against him, which is a pretty good sign that you're a good Rubik player. Oh, look at this bear bot. Steals a bounty, just runs off.
Won't be able to contest the outpost, but at least he takes the bounties for himself. XP for both teams, and Singularity take every single bounty rune on the map. Nice dodge on the tornado by Zitrax as well, with the safest.
Someone has to stop the same up here. He is having
You
Far too good
can't.
at the time.
You can't. There's nothing they can do against SK. That's just what he does.
Well, they did just kill him, to be fair, right? But like, there's a
They did,
catapult
but
wave
it was a
from
very heavy commitment. I think they're just better off giving away this tower and just agree to the fact that SK is going to take this. Invoker and Axe, however, are going to have to start doing things. Now they're TPing in. Spartan's already...
I think he's just dead to Sandstorm.
Can he use it? Yeah, he doesn't even get to use it at all. Actually, better off like that because he would be dead 5 seconds longer, given more XP.
Smart. And this tower's just going to go down here. Because...
Yeah, there's nothing they can do about this. And then Taki, he TP rotated to this. He's going to have to go walk out. There's nothing they can do right now. If Invo can't do anything on his own, it means that Finem really don't have much to give. And Axe is 1400 gold away from his blink. And I think once they have the blink dagger, is a time for Finem to go for a smoke. So I'm suggesting, or not suggesting, I'm thinking that Singularity is going to be putting some aggressive observer wards now that they took down this top tower, just to reveal the smoke gank coming. Aina desperately trying to get one spell off. Finally does. And no, not the Sand King. This is big for Finem. They get the SK as well just for free. Not at the price of one.
I think though at the same time that they need to be running up this Druid. I feel like he's the most important hero, right? He gets 2,400 gold, and he's going for this Radiance. So if you can slow him down before that comes online, I think that's like priority number one.
Yeah, that's definitely something that Finem can do, is punish the Lone Druid. Maybe even punish the Ember Spirit if possible. The Lone Druid needs to die at least once. That will really hinder that Radiance timing. Gonna be caught by the tornado. He will burn half of his mana. Still nothing happening here.
I mean, this definitely favors the Radiant side, though. Like, for the moment.
Yeah, they're just waiting for Finem to make their next move, and that's the Axe Blink. And they have to be ready to respond to it. Either dodge, or use their overpowered Sand King right now.
I mean, they're just waiting for the timing on the Druid, right? Like, there's no reason for them to play without
it. Yeah, they can play defensive, but they don't have to play aggressive under the enemy towers. Just wait for their opponents to come at them.
The only problem I see for Sand King at the moment is that there's been a lot of heroes up in his lane, a lot of the time. So he's only level 7 at 13 minutes in, which is a bit of a worry for him, but not, you know, massively. He can just catch up in level.
Yep. Thug's got 2,200 gold as well in his bank. And that's going to be the classic Diffusal Blade. We'll see what kind of item build he goes for after. We always see the Shadow build, Shadow Blade build coming in from Slark, but you know, there are options he might go for in this game. Ocean Heart, stolen by the SK. It was actually the kill for Sand King, so it was Sand King's item to grab.
Yeah, Rubik managed to get a kill in the creep camp with Bow Strike when they went on the Sand King before, and I was really hoping it wasn't Sand King. I've played Bristle once, and I was standing next to the camp. Just before I died, I sent off a quill from my back, and it hit a neutral camp. We got an item drop, and then I died straight away.
Yeah.
And couldn't pick it up, and that was so sad. I remember watching a Trent stream recently, and his idea was that you should be able to, like, when you get a drop, it should go into your backpack automatically. Which I think is a good change, if they ever implement it.
Well, we're now almost 15 minutes in. The game is still fairly tied. We're waiting for the big item timings to approach. Lone Druid 3,500 gold towards his Radiance, and Slark just a recipe away from building his Diffusal Blade, but it's still not quite enough for Slark. He can try and look for lone pickoffs, or maybe try and do some damage in the front line, but he's still scared about Singularity having a lot of damage, a lot of lockdown. Especially with the Sand King, and Zitrax will be found. And there's your smoke gank with the Blink Dagger. Burn his mana. And it was almost not going to happen, but En-VODs is rewarded the kill. And that's exactly what they were supposed to do. Smoke up with the Blink Dagger on the Axe and look for kills.
They lose both the outposts, though, for the 15-minute mark, but they do get the Ember kill, so, you know, swings and roundabouts.
Spartan. And M&T has actually stolen the Frost Shield, so they can hold this tower up a bit longer.
It's really good up against the Druid.
I think that's a relic on the courier, if I saw that correct. Yep. Relic for the bear. 1,000 gold for the recipe, and then we have Radiance up and online. Once they have Radiance, I feel like Singularity could just easily just start 5-manning and pushing objectives down.
Well, they can, but this Ember's not really a hero. Not
really. But the power of the Lone Druid and the Bear is a lot with the Radiance. It is just so strong and so scary against heroes like the Wyvern and the Rubik are just, you know, they're just a sack of floating meat for them. Got Spirit Vessel as well for Invoker. This could be a very big changer here. And 2 items dropped. We got the budget mana boots and the Imp Claw.
The Essence Ring isn't the budget mana boots. That's the one that turns mana into HP, I think.
Heals and gains max health. That is actually true. Yeah. What were the budget mana boots again? Me and my items. I remember everything so well.
Is it Arcane Ring?
Arcane Ring.
I think.
Oh yeah. Definitely Arcane Ring. Yeah, the tier 1 item. True. Oh yeah, we have tier 2s already up and running. Oh, what a call! I don't know, was that a pro level read or was just a really bad burrow strike, because he just burrow striked into the call.
That was so sad for Sanking. Like, he saw the Slark just next to him underneath the tree, so he tried to burrow strike away, and Axe was already started calling when he started burrow striking.
Yeah. Well, that just happened.
Rubik's Soul Burrow Strike as well. Level 4 this time. It's massive for him.
Yep, that's a lot of damage. Also amplifies with his Arcane Supremacy. And we got another call, and there's the Sunstrike. Dazzle is gone. Zitrax can only do so much but observe his friend's death, and they will connect every stun. Lich ulti. There's a lot of creeps around, though. And Zitrax will stay alive for now. They've got the epicenter from Hestajo, slowing down Thug. Winter's Curse used up on the Lone Druid. Meatball as well. Excalibur, he manages to barely dodge it, so he doesn't get killed by it. And Invoker's being controlled as well in the backlines. They're going to lose Spartan as well. And Invoker's still sitting on 100 health. They got another call coming in. The Hemisphere will fall down as well. And they're taking 2 for 2. And they might even find more. Hestajo and Ada still trying to take this fight. Rubik, he's at half health. The Courier is just sitting idly by. But there's a Radiance Bear still in the battle. And they will lose Aina. And M&T, Skylark, and Thug, they're getting burned down by the Bear. They either need to challenge this or try and get to the Shrine. Oh, Shrine's actually not even available for them, so they managed to just toss away the Bear and disengage from that fight. But 2 buybacks and 1 dieback on the Dazzle.
Yeah, this Dazzle cannot be the one that dies first, unfortunately. Like, in any scenario. Like, him and the Lich are really important utility at this stage in the game. And Zitrax is not doing anything in these fights. This is the thing that I meant about the Ember against the Axe, is that, like, there's nothing the Ember can do when the Axe call is going to come out all the time. There's no item that he can build that stops that.
Yeah.
And I know you can say the same, like, it's any hero against Axe, right? Like, Call's just a good skill. But Ember especially, which is, you know, reliant on his mobility, his ability to stay alive a long time in fights.
That is true. There's no real item to counter the Axe going on you, but a teammate can help out with heals. Invoker, and now Zitrax lands the Remnant jumps, and the Bear will survive. And here is your 5-man death ball from Singularity. They're going to punish by taking this tier 1 tower, maybe even find another kill. DNC doing a little dewarding work while they're diving really, really deep here and finding the Winter Wyvern. There's a burst strike available, they will use it, and that is your Wyvern gone. So is your tower. They're timing and teaming up with the Radiance, and it's working.
Yeah, they have the Sanking Blink now, so they can actually make plays. Like, it doesn't have to be Zitrax that just goes in first every single fight. He is starting to catch up now as well, with that kill on the Invoker especially. Almost level 13 hit.
Zitrax is gonna have some time to recover now. 20-minute bounties are coming. It will be probably 2 for 2. Singularity taking the ones on the top, at Finem the ones on the bottom side. And still building a Maelstrom. I think he just got the money for his Maelstrom. Plus a Vambrace recipe. Is there anybody that in Singularity's team could possibly use it? Lich, maybe double bracer?
Yeah, I think Lich, I think Sanking could build double bracer as well, but probably not.
There's already 1 on the Lich. Might as well just buy a second one if he gets the money and get the Vambrace on it. But there's the Maelstrom for Ember. That's 1 item. But he needs more. Is there still a bounty in the river? Wait, why is my map glitching? It's showing there's a bounty room, which is not there.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Alright.
It's not there for me, but I know what you mean.
It's funny, if you put fog on Singularity, it's there. If you put it for Finem, it's gone. And there's a sunstrike into Roche pit. They're not doing Roshan, at least. Which they could.
There's a bug on my map as well. It's 21 minutes and there's still a bounty rune next to the bot outpost.
Oh yeah, that as well. Oh, there is actually a bounty rune at the bottom
yeah,
outpost.
I know it's there, but come on, guys.
You call this a bug?
Yeah. Someone fix
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Oh, feature. Keyword.
At least that's what they taught us in game developing or game designing school.
Where's the no druid there at the moment? Oh, it's mid. Okay.
Yeah, he's just pushing lanes with the Radiance.
AC.
But the whole team is smoked up. You don't want to fight this. Oh, they're lining up, but they don't catch the Stark, however. He already used the Dark Pact. And Ember Spirit will be used the ulti. Poison Touch onto the Axe and also onto the Wyvern Axe will be a collateral damage of this one. Spartan trying to TP out on top of the cliff. Did they see him? And now he's stuck on the cliff.
Oh dear. Just burrow strike on top of himself.
Now he's gonna TP out. He's just enjoying the sights.
Oh, he's going for this Wyvern mid. TP's mid.
Spartan is on a very, very long run, but we'll die for it.
Really well played by Hester. He used the Sandstorm as soon as he used Burrow Strike, so Ruben didn't get it.
Thug.
Are you beaking for a Lich kill?
One hit. He's chasing him around the tree. And Estejo, he managed to get a really good epicenter here on Nuntaki, and Invoker's forced to go out of this one. And now Thug, he's built up a lot of stacks. He's got 19 stacks on the Slark right now, but he needs to reach in a bit more longer. And MNT finishes off the Sand King with a Fate Bolt. The bear has been caught. But this bear is very hard to chase, especially with that Savage Roar.
I love clumsy now. It looks so stupid. Have you seen the icon for?
Yeah. And also the projectile that he throws. It looks like a small kind of like baseball that you're throwing at someone.
It's just a net with the hole in it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
How does that even work? Like, where's the logic in this game?
That's why it only lasts 2 seconds because everyone's like, oh, I can just get out.
I guess the part where the hole is on the web is the part that keeps you in place when you cast it, and then just kind of throw the rest of the net at your enemy.
Sure. Sure.
I don't know. People get stuck in webs. People get stuck in nets. The classic movie scenario where somebody's leg gets stuck on the marine ropes.
Not sure about that.
Alright, let's not take it too far. We got Blade Mail coming up on the Axe, so that's already one. Oh, he's got a good lineup here for Zitrax and Hester. Hester's blink is a bit too short. Can he stun from there? He can. I don't think he wants to go. He just wants to stun the Slark instead. Thug gets feared. Oh, he gets rooted as well. They're gonna blow up Thug just like that. And Entaki feared in the middle of a whole hostile territory. Throws in the tornado, gets stunned in by Hestejo, and Zitrax to finish off the clean kill. 2 heroes gone. The 2 main cores from Finem dead. And Singularity, they're going to take a tower or 2 for this.
That Slark just blew up. It was like the Radiance damage. I think there was a Sandstorm.
Yeah, I was waiting for him. Is he going to press the ulti? Is he going to press the ulti? And then his half health gets rooted and just blows up.
That's really sad time for them, and now Druid's going to have AC coming out of the career really soon as well. He's got the gold, but... See?
TPs are coming in heavy into the top lane.
Yeah, they want to protect this outpost, both on the Radiant side.
Yeah, I like that they're preemptively already reading that people are TPing into the outpost instead of the enemy just stealing it a few seconds before the time. Depriving Finem from XP and every single bounty rune. 600 XP.
Is, like, if the Invoker and the Slark are dead, like there's no way you have to give. You shouldn't be giving them anything in that duration, right? Oh, top.
Well, it's the NC tanking the guy. Oh, Titan Sliver. Oh man, that is that's like the best tier 3 item that could drop, and for Finem.
They got spider legs as well on the radius side.
Yeah.
On the lone
and there's another brilliant two-man call. He does get feared backwards though from the roar, but Lone Druid gets graved up. Doesn't matter. We've got the axe. We've got the culling blade. And two heroes now gone from Singularity, and Finem find themselves some answers finally.
But that's the thing, right? If they ever get on top of the Lone Druid, they do have answers to it. Like, especially with the slot of BKB, there's no real control. Like when the BKB comes out from the slot, so they do have ways of finishing him off. And I think if they get this Aegis here, I think this is really detrimental to the Lone Druids. Like we talked about them needing to hit their timing on the Radiant side.
Yep.
If they take this timing away from them by stealing the Aegis, it's a massive deal.
Singularity are not contesting this Advent and Roshan. They know Lone Druid, their big powerhouse hero, is out for another 30 seconds. So that will be Aegis. Aegis for the Slark. Maybe even the Invoker, because well, I mean, I guess it would be smart to make the Slark. But doesn't Slark lose all of his stacks once he dies first? I don't think he holds on to them, because it's a buff. So in that case, I would give it to the Invoker, but they've spotted a target, and it's Citrax. Spartan has been spotted, M&T with the lift. Need to pounce. They missed the pounce, but the clumsy net is there. They need a bit more damage. The tornado should do it. There we go. Citrax is gone. And Finem are responding. Meanwhile, Aina and Hestajo trying to put some pressure in the bottom lane by pushing in towards the tier 2 tower. But they don't really have the tower damage.
I mean, as soon as he sees that Roche go down, he should be nowhere near there anymore. Like, he needs to leave straight away. Like, he knows that Axe has a blink. I don't know if he saw the Rubik blink before or not, but...
Well, at least now he knows. It's a bit too late for him now, but if this wasn't a time or anything for Finem to wake up to this final game, I think they finally understood the meaning of elimination.
Top tower is being attacked.
Aether Lens on the Winter Wyvern, making that ulti even scarier. And a gem picked up for Skylark, which is the third eye. So 3 deaths, and it's gone. That is a very useful item. He finds the bear as well in the bottom lane. Do they want to try and kill this? No, they've got M&T. They're just trying to keep it from TPing out. Oh, actually, they might actually know that Taki is here. Savage Roar. Still 15 seconds for the teleport. I think they're just going to forfeit the bear.
He doesn't have a reason for 35 either.
This bear is so hard to kill.
He has AC. He's really tanky.
Tornado should do it. Yeah. They're using the tornado to finish off people. I think that's really smart. (13-18), 4,000 lead. It was a very tight game. Singularity might have had a short edge when they hit their timings, but Finem has been in the lead twice so far, and they are looking strong. Game 3 in this series. M&T, very nice, aggressive blink here onto Thug. Does get stunned up, doesn't have Dark Pact available. He's at half HP, and the same thing happens again. He gets rooted and blown up. But that's your Aegis. He still has a BKB available. Citrax in the middle of the fight. Skylark is down. Antaki quickly trying to get out. Hestajo lands the stun on the Slark. Dark Pact has been used. There's the tornado. It only hits onto the SK. BKB used up on the Slark as well. The chase is still going. The rooted bear trying to keep a good hold, but then again, Antaki and Thug managed to sliver away.
That's a really bad fight for the Dire side. Like, that's their Aegis usage, and they just get absolutely nothing for it. Yeah, they don't lose the slide, but you have to blow a beacon. It's down to 6 seconds.
Now there's dead Wyvern.
This bear hits so hard that it actually just starts laying into people.
Yep, he's level 20 now on it too.
Why is the transform time on Lone Druid 1.933? Just make it 2 seconds. It's easier for everyone.
You think there's another conspiracy theory behind this?
Yeah. I think that number means something.
What, that actually reminds me of a question. What did you first think about the 17%?
Wait, which 17%?
There's a lot of 17% now, but the Spirit Breaker bash chance.
At the time.
And now also on the paladin sword, all of the stats are 17%.
Well, that was just the number that made it balanced, dude. There's no theories. No theories. It's fine.
Why not make it 15 or 20?
I mean, Titan Sliver's 16. You know. It happens.
Yeah. True.
There's
Like,
no
why couldn't that be 17% as well?
Oh, too good, dude. When it first came out, it was 22%. I was like, this item is so beyond broke in comparison to all the other tier 3s.
Yeah, but I mean, I know this is the thing. I know they sound like the balanced numbers, but these are the right questions which are supposed to be asked by people. Why do we have these numbers? What do they tell you? Do they have a deeper meaning? Hey, we're just playing. We're just casting Dota here. T-Panda and Mofar are just having fun with facts and falses. 31 minutes into the last game, and still no change to this stalemate.
Not many facts, though. That's the main thing.
Oh.
It's just...
Except that Lone Druid has 18 slots.
True. Titan Sliver picked up by the list. I wonder who he gives that to. Maybe the Ember.
I'm not even going to look at that item, but yeah.
Yeah, Ember has that one now.
Alright.
He's given the Imp Claw to the Druid Bear as well.
I actually like the Imp Claw on the bear. Because of all the damage that he's ramping up, you get that so-called crit, if you can call that a crit, 1.3 multiple. Yeah, now it is a critical strike causing 1.3. Yeah.
I was surprised he didn't give it to the bear before. But, that's just the way it goes.
There's no striking Roche Pit when the 8-minute mark isn't even full.
Invisibility.
Did somebody miss their Roshan timers? Always have one in your party or squad or team who always takes it down. Singularity are pushing the top lane at Finem. What is Thug up to? Did they? Yeah, they have a gem on the Sand King. They just saw this Slark.
They have a gem on the Slark.
Are they baiting with him? They're actually setting up right behind him. And I like how SNG is just wrapping around, and they find the Axe. Axe is a really good opportunity to go for here. He has fear, he's rooted, and he will fall as well. The damage is breaking loose. The Remnant jumps onto the Winter Wyvern, and he will die, but he still has that 5 seconds to use his ultimate. Will he use it? He will just in time, and it's going to be enough to kill the SK. The gem is on the ground, and Aina takes it. The neutral item saving the day once again for Singularity.
I really hate this Helm of Undying item. I think it's ridiculous. Why, like, this isn't Underlords, guys. This is Dota 2. Don't need Helm of Undying.
Yeah. Indeed.
Like, it's such a save. Like, it's such a free save for so many support heroes that are very reliant on getting their spells. If I had to take any of the tier 3 items out of the game, it would be that one.
Yeah, it is.
Unless I get it on my team, and then it's fine.
Yeah, for such an early dropping item, it just scales so well towards late game. Because that Winter's Curse just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more important, so... That extra 5 seconds just proves that, yeah, you need another crowd control ability to keep the Wyvern out. Like, he dies, but he technically doesn't. So do you use like an Orchid Silence or a Hex or something just to buy yourself a bit of extra time, because he is coming for you. So you need to counter this item with another item. In a sense.
Counter that item.
It still wasn't quite enough for them to win the fight.
Wyvern got spotted out there. They're going to deward that straight away with their gem.
Let's look at the bear. We've got Basher now. So we've got 4 slots plus the boots on the spare bear. 15 minutes.
The third eye on the radiant side. Is it base? No, it's not.
Skylark gets a good call on the lich. Sun Strike. And Calling Bladed while Force Staffed. Now they're trying to go for the chase here. Root onto 2, and once again,
Axe is just dead.
Axe just melts here, and that Root is so scary to fight against because it feels like it's just demolishing them. And buybacks are coming in from both the Lich and the Axe. The Dazzle has been ulted by the Winter Wyvern, and the Bear almost takes him down. MNC will finish the job. Here comes the epicenter coming in for the Sankey, connecting onto 2. It is down. The Invoker's feared. He will go down as well, and MNC is still trying to go with the stolen Burrow Strike, and here comes Skylark with a 2-man call. Thug jumping into the fight as well. They're going to take down the Ember Spear, and the Bear is still swapping hits here. MNC falls. Axe is dying. The Lich ulti, and it will still chase all the way to Thug, but Thug manages to dispel it with the Dark Pact, and now he's on the run. 1 versus 3, and the Bear is still chasing.
Because of battle hunger. He's just about to get it up now.
Blink and stun is available. They're still giving vision onto Thug, and he connect. No, he doesn't. He doesn't connect the stun. The pounce is too fast.
Here's one slippery fish. It has to be said.
He was too scaly to catch. And now looking for a free kill on the outpost. Pounce. Pounce. Still on cooldown. Can't kill the dead is what DNZ responds. That was a very tight call. The Pounce was still on cooldown. And Spark just TPs on top of DNZ. And here comes the Lone Druid. You don't... What is that damage? That bash just took like 1/4 of a Winter Wyvern's HP pool.
This Bear is a problem.
Out of control.
Why have we not seen this more today? You said it in game 1 of the first series today, and I was like, yeah, the hero's really good, but it's not like insane. And now I'm watching this game, and I'm like, Lone Druid's insane.
Are you impressed?
I am.
Now they see this Roshan. Very good time on the Sunstrike. And at Finem, even though they're down 2 heroes, Singularity know that they are holding the ropes. Aegis and Cheese waiting at the pit.
Might just do ward as well. Take away all vision around the pit here to the Dire side.
Singularity they're respecting the fact that Wyvern is going to be up in a few seconds. Axe is also alive now. Another Sunstrike in the pit just to be sure. And they've got good vision. They've got good setup all around this entire area. They have the whole low ground in control, and they are still playing. SNG is playing the waiting game.
Yeah, they're trying to bait the Dire in a little bit here. It feels like they have no buyback on Lone Druid though. Has to be pointed out. So if they take a bad fight here, could be disaster.
Somehow reminds me of the series between Venom and Viking. 3 minutes just sitting around the Roshan pit.
Yeah.
It's not identical, but it's...
Are we allowed to spoil?
Are we allowed to spoil?
Series?
Go ahead, go ahead.
I've just been told that Viking beat Nigma 2-1.
Wow.
I'm going to go and check that just in case.
Yeah, do double check that so we don't. I mean,
yeah.
It's not technically a spoiler if it's false info. Okay, it's correct info. You just spoiled the series, but wow, that is quite the something because they were already down a game to at Finem, and now they beat the so-called. I mean, what do you even call it? The favorite.
The favorites, yeah.
I mean, without a doubt, I think Enigma are the favorites for this qualifier.
I told you guys earlier, Talon's the best Dota player that ever existed. You know, I have to double down and stick with it now.
Yeah.
They're taking the Roshan at the moment, by the way.
They are doing that at the same time. I'll just say that go and check out Aramis's Twitter profile picture. That is golden. Roche is down to 4,000 HP, and now at Finem are giving the response, but they can't just blink into the pit because it's a bear. Zintrax wants to buy some time and space for the team. He gets lifted up. He's got a double remnant there. There comes the call in from the axe into the Roshan pit, and the bear is really, really low. And he's only sitting on a couple hundred health, and also the Sand King being held in play, but his Gallo already takes down the axe. And Sand King, he's being hit by Roshan and the list, but he's just not taking any damage. And Thug goes into the Roshan pit, he steals the Aegis for at Finem, and he's taken both the cheese. Wait, did he take the cheese as well? No, he doesn't. Ember Spirit has it, but the Sand King is dropping low. Maybe next time has already died, but he goes for the buyback. Entaki takes down the Sand King. Sand King has no buyback. It's 4 versus 4, and the bear is in trouble. He's being held inside that ice wall and taking a lot of damage. And Thug, they're gonna take down the bear. And Zintrax is in the air, but just doesn't quite have the time. Maybe next time might just go deep with these remnants, or does he? No, he doesn't want to go into that high ground. But the age is stolen by Thug, and the cheese going for the Ember Spirit. Had Finem succeeded. Comes with a cost of a buyback, though.
There's something I really want to point out from that fight, because it was almost amazing. The Grave came out onto the Sand King, and they were telling him to make slot for the cheese that they were going to pass over to him, because Ember picked it up, just as Thug picked up the Aegis. And he didn't make room quite quickly enough for the cheese. Like, you see, he's giving it just back to somebody else now, but like he...
Oh.
Hang on, Citrax.
At least the force staff works as intended. The Thug besieging the high ground. He's got the Aegis, he's got his BKB for his life number 2. There comes the Glyph and the Frost Shield both, so Finem are going to back out just now. Staying on the low ground. Let's see if they still want to keep in the area. They are. They're going to use everything they can out of this Aegis, knowing that the Sand King is gone. The ultimate. Lich isn't held in place. There's the meatball. There's also a grave been thrown in at the same time, and Zintrax is just jumping back and forth. He gets the cheese off just in time. He wasn't hit by the Spirit Vessel debuff, so he got the full regen out of the cheese. But there's your tier 3 tower gone, and here comes Joe. He goes for the 2-man stun, hits on the Invoker and the Axe at the same time. And now Thug in the front line, still dealing a lot of damage. His alacrity does run out, though. And Entaki, he's got Cold Snap and Tornado available. There's the blink and the jump in from Zintrax. The BKB pumped as well. Now they want to take this. Oh no, they can't kill Thug just quite yet. And there we go. The Aegis is finally popped, and so is the BKB charge. Excalibur needs to keep this bear alive. He doesn't have another one for 2 minutes.
Yeah, this bear can't die. I'm really surprised they didn't just all in it on the dire side, especially with the Lich dead. But my god, these are some very tense fights. I mean, that was really decent for the start though, because he's getting to this point in the game now where all the fights are like really drawn out a little bit more. So he really starts to like kick in with the action shifts here.
Yep. 25 is 25 is still the highest level in the game, so we're closing up on those level 30s. Not yet, but soon. And
MNT is playing like an absolute monster on this Rubik, by the way. For some reason, he's building an Octarine core. I'm not really sure why, but you know what? He can do what he wants.
I agree. I think this is the time to do some flashy plays and go for some really cocky item builds.
But why does he want Octarine? I don't understand.
Spell
I guess
lifesteal.
he has the telekinesis cooldown.
Spell lifesteal, because he doesn't have. He's gonna get the 25 talent at level 30 anyway.
His telekinesis cooldown is 5 seconds, 5.25.
And the lift duration is 2. So wait, 3-second downtime on telekinesis. Worth.
That's insane.
Worth.
Because it's an AoE stun as well, remember, when it lands. I've never seen an Octarine on Rubik before in a pro game. Let's see what it does.
It's a first time, but hey, if it's a 3-second cooldown or 3-second downtime, that is not bad at all.
Oh, Lone Druid still
the leveler dropped as well. That's cleave and attack speed. 25% demolish. Bonus building damage.
Yes.
So yeah, they did patch that and change that. I totally forgot. There's so many things about these neutral items. I've already seen or heard it a couple times. I might get them a bit wrong, but you know, I got a hang of it on how they work. Then again,
the big thing for me is this Minotaur horn on the axe. Like I think, it's like that mini BKB for him is so key.
Could this be the game we were talking about? Can we actually see the 18 slotted Lone Druid happen?
Oh, I hope so. It'd be great.
I hope so as well.
I don't think they've farmed any tier 4 items up on the Radiant side yet. No, they haven't. I feel like it's been 5 minutes since they've spawned, right? I feel some of these tier 4 items are really good. Like the Spell Prism for the cooldown reduction is really good. The Minotaur Horn's obviously really good as well.
There's a lot of good things. I'm just waiting for the tier 5s to kick in sometime. Outposts are challenged on both sides of the map. Once again, just before the 45-minute mark, so both teams will be rewarded their experience. 1,100 each, and bounties 2 for 2. This game was in Singularity's control, then it was in Finem's control.
Don't look at the net worth, bro. It's a roller coaster.
It is a bit of a roller coaster. Let's take a quick look at it.
I can't wait for this bear to hit a building, by the way, with the item, with his own leveler.
Now at Finem, moving towards Singularity's territory. Excalibur, gonna hunt down. Well, maybe the Wyvern's a good target. Why not? And he does not have the Helm of the Undying anymore. It's been given to who?
He still has it. He just wanted to ward, so he had wards.
Yeah, he didn't have it. He didn't have it active. Okay, I guess that's. I don't think it would have changed the thing there anyway.
Yeah, maybe he gets a return kill with the curse, but probably not.
All right, where's the Lone Druid Bear? Daedalus and the Leveler.
I mean, I'm still waiting for their last 2 tier 4 items on Singularity.
So wait,
I want to see this.
Spirit Bear already has 40% bonus damage from Demolish. Now you got 25% extra from the Leveler.
I think they got rid of Demolish on the Lone Druid Bear, didn't they? Oh no, they didn't.
It's still there. You just get it at level 1. It removed the Warcry, which is the damage buff.
Oh,
but
yeah,
now this bear is doing 65% building damage instead of 40.
If it's stacks additively, I don't know if it does.
And he's got the Spirit Bear attack time, so that bear is gonna hit really fast once he gets a Moonshot or something.
I was gonna say you just build an Axe on the Druid now, and he is going for it.
Definitely. That is the item to go for here. Axe is really good for the Lone Druid, as he is doing. He's almost got the money for it too, but he wants to hold on to his buyback.
I don't know if he does. He's been buying out all the time. Oh yeah, he's just going for it.
Yeah, I guess more importance on the bear than the hero itself. But especially, like, I think at the point where you just build the Axe on the Lone Druid, is your hero just doesn't matter anymore. I mean, you can die, but the bear won't. Your bear will still keep on living your life. Taking down...
I'd love to see if the bear could just go and attack a tier 3 tower, like, through back door. Unfortunately, all the tier 2s are up, but, you know, just go and attack a tier 2.
It's doable. I've seen it happen quite frequently, actually.
Like, with the leveler, I mean.
Yeah, with the leveler, that's something I haven't seen. But if he just gets a bit more attack speed, he can easily go for any backdoor protection. This is the point where you're fighting against a Lone Druid disguised as a Nature's Prophet.
Dazzle has ninja gear as well, by the way, which is interesting.
Personal smoke. It's useful.
It's just the extra movement speed's nice as well.
So DD here
you
for
can just, like, if you're the Dazzle here and you just smoke yourself, you just stand in the back of the fight, right? Like, doing whatever you like. And they'll never see you with vision advantage on the die side, which is really key against the Axe. This game is going on for so long. Both our series today were...
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this. I'm still energetic and fine with this. You know, Finns never show their true feelings.
Yeah. Nomad messaged me after his series today with Castle with Misery, and he was like, yeah, all 4 of our games were under 30 minutes, and they were all rubbish. I was like, well, you're in the wrong place, mate, because our games...
Yep, EU is the place to be. Alright, Finem pushing in the mid lane. Got a 3-man smoke right next to them. And they're trying to get to the back line. Their supports are actually pretty far away from this. They see the Sand King. Quick reactionary blink just to get out of MNT's eyes. Roshan is up in 15 seconds. And let's see if it's a Refresher Shard or an Aghanims Rosh.
If it's Axe, dude. I want Axe.
There's a lot of good Axe carriers in this game.
Invoker doesn't even have his own Axe, right?
It's an Axe. Spartan will be found. 4 steps inside the stun. There's a Fear as well, and Axe is dropping low. BKB and forced to disengage.
Oh my god, the bear.
The Basher, however, and a 4-man, actually 3-man plus Bear Tornado, but at Finem are losing some very important, crucial parts here because Roche just respawned, and it's right there for SNG. It's right for the taking.
Who do you give the Axe to? Do you give it to, like, the Stag?
Lich has an AoE Sinister Gaze.
That's okay.
Or the Dazzle Dispel.
The problem with the AoE Sinister Gaze is
either of the supports should take it.
Right? Like, you can't just go in on a Lich and cast Sinister Gaze. It doesn't really work.
Yeah.
I think they give it to the Stag King or the Ember. Oh, Ember.
Dazzle gets it. So that's your Shadow Wave. has a dispel, so that's I think it's a basic dispel.
And you also have more heal targets.
Yeah.
So
somebody buy necro books now and just make these big heal bombs. That could be a thing, you know, if the Book of the Dead drops. That also means we're now 15 minutes into the game. We still have to wait for those tier 5s to start spawning, but Excalibur doesn't give a damn about the towers anymore. That bear just 6 or 7 hit the tower from full HP to nothing.
Who's got the... Oh, Ember has this...
so many things happening, you can't even keep track anymore of what's happening.
No, Ember has this Witless Shaco, I was going to say, and it's increased his max health by 1,000. Now he's sitting at 3,900 max health. Like, he is a tanky boy.
Just watching this tower fall. Axe, well, that would have been a very scary TP. All of SNG are so spread out.
This Axe is so poor. They have to defend bot lane though. These catapults are pushing hard.
The bear is coming.
5 catapults.
3 hitting the catapults down. 348 damage plus 60% extra on buildings.
Yeah, he's built a BKB on the bear now as well. Good luck with that. Good luck with that ad for them. Oh, okay, well.
The bear. Pistol blade. TPs are coming in. Oh, they're coming in too late though. They're actually letting the TP and still stay around. Axe BKBs. No TP available for him. And Thug is being fighting against Hestajo here. Axe. Skylark. He can't get the bear. He's got 10 HP and the Grave on. Sunstrike not connecting on point. Now we're looking at the other side of the bottom lane. Sandking gets slowed down by the Refusal Blade, but Slark and Invoker trying to make their way out. Zitrax is right there, but thank God it's a dire outpost. Otherwise, it would have seen Kentucky.
Sanking gem.
They're still going. They got their little detection there. They're trying to look for some. Thug will make it out.
Hestajo, that was your chance. Wow.
He is the Cotton Eye Joe. If only that was a Radiant outpost at the time. That would have revealed Invoker. And that could have also been leading to at Finem using buybacks, and this game could have maybe lost a lot of minutes from its time span. DNC. And just the Invoker with a quick AoE deafening blast, and then Ember Spirit now in the front line, but he is very strong. And Epicenter just goes in the rubbish bin. So this is a reset, but the bear is hitting the tower. Telekinesis. He has a BKB on it. And there we go, the bear is finally down. So, Zitrax's DD just got removed as well. 2-man stun coming in from Sand King, and Zitrax takes down Sea Spartan. Spartan's gone for 90 seconds, and they're going to try and take down this Ember Spirit. He is being taunted. He still has an Aegis, however, and he's dropping very, very low, but he might just survive. He still has the Aegis, however, but he's surrounded by enemies. DNZ is very low on the high ground. He could just go for an aggressive play here and try and go for the taunt, but he's got to TP himself out, and Zitrax is buying time for his team to escape, and he will take the bullet. And after 31 stacks of Slarks essence shifts, they managed to take down the Ember Spirit. And wait, what? BKB?
Sorry, Minotaur Horn.
Oh, right.
He had to buy back on Axe though, so that's a big win condition for the Radiant side. I think they really need to try and force this Ember buyback, or at least the Sand Kings. Because if you allow them to
I think that's the play to go for.
There's also no Druid resummon on the bear at the moment, which is probably a bigger deal than any other hero. What did he buy on the Druid?
Still got 4,000 gold on him. Thug making quick work of these mid racks. However, the glyph has been expended. Sand King needs to buy back and still get the stun out after the teleport. What a tornado connecting on the Lich as well. And the call, it will connect on Skylark. He's pulling the Lich forward. There's a telekinesis, which he draws him straight into. And a Hex is out there as well. A double Hex happening at the same time on Untaki. And now Lich 800 HP. The two-man Savage Roar coming out just in time, and this Lich seems immortal, but he finally goes down, and now they manage to pull out the buybacks coming in from both the Lich and the Ember Spirit. The bash comes in, connecting onto Thug, and Thug is in trouble. He doesn't have a TP available. He's gonna leash the Lich. Lich just blocks his pounce, and another stun coming in on the Slark. En-VODs trying to save his teammate from harm's way, but Slark is not gonna have a happy ending, is he? He gets a pounce onto the low ground, and he's starting to make a run out for it. En-VODs with a BKB pumped as well, and Thug gets hit by another stun, and he's dropping really low. The tornado will connect once again, and Slark is still trying to make a run for it, and he just might be able to. Thug gets away. En-VODs being a real MVP here, keeping his teammates getting themselves out, and the Winter's Curse was used as well. The DD gets denied by Spartan as he's running out, and Hestejo, he finally sees that En-VODs is somewhere nearby, but Slark never died.
There's no Winter's Curse for 40, and Axe doesn't have a bite. This has to be the time where they probably at least take a set of racks right on the Radiant side.
I don't know, 25 seconds is pretty soon for the Wyvern. If they can buff this bear, if they have nothing to do on this bear, the glyph will hold up a few seconds. And Thug, 39 stacks of Essence Shift. The meatball comes in, another deafening blast as well to do some damage onto the Spirit Bear. It's down to 1000 HP. There's still another bear available. Now Hestejo gets stunned up by the Abyssal Blade from Thug, and Thug with his BKB used as well. He needs to try and disengage from this. He gets force staff backwards, and that's your first bear gone. And a stolen Burrow Strike from M&T onto the Ember Spirit, and Spartan lands the ulti, but it doesn't connect on anyone. And the epicenter, he hits it straight on the money, right on the Winter Wyvern, and Winter Wyvern is going to be going down after that. Helm of the Undying is going to run out. M&T is also going to get caught by Zentrax, and Zentrax takes down the Rubik. Rubik does have a buyback available, however, he's going to have to use it to try and hold this base. It's 5 versus 3. Axe is coming up in 10 seconds. En-VODs and Thug and M&T, they still need to hold this base. The Lincoln has been popped by Hestejo, and En-VODs, he gets cold snap on himself because of the Lotus Sword, and Hestejo still running slow on the spot, and Axe has spawned, and they are retreating, and only the tier 3 was lost. Mofara.
Back to farming, guys. Back to farming.
Back to farming indeed. What
Do you know
a
what the
game.
exciting bit is? Dassel's going to be the one that hits level 30 first. This is very exciting. Any game where you get to level 30 on any heroes, you know it's been a good game. Dude, this
Totally agree on that.
These fights are so chaotic. Like, if they can bring down this Wyvern again, like he's the big hero that you need to try and get first.
Slark has only died once this game.
But it doesn't matter, right? Like,
yeah.
Because the lone
got
druid's
Nullifier now as well. People are rotating to the bottom outpost for a little skirmish here, and they find the Invoker, but the bear has been lifted up in the air. The BKB popped on the Invoker as well. He's sitting at half of his HP. Now the Remnant jump coming in from the Ember Spirit. He is disarmed, however, because of the deafening blast, and now he jumps again, and he catches the Invoker. The Hex comes in, but the stun, and Invoker's down. 1 more minute for Roshan to spawn, and I think Singularity have their eyes on the Roshan pit, and Hestejo trying to give a little chase. The creeps die as well, where they were TPing onto, and they're still chasing it. But yeah, I think he's gonna TP out. Yeah, no bear, no bash.
I wasn't even Axe's BKB after that is still 6 seconds. It feels like he's just been dying every single fight, even when he BKBs. Or like Minotaur horns or anything. Like the bear, he had no armor before, so the bear just ripped him to pieces. He still doesn't really.
Yep. Well, ladies and gents, we're still fighting for elimination here. Both teams know it. That's why they're both playing very scary and very defensive, but also seeing some crazy plays. Crazy items are kicking in as well. This game has everything you want for an elimination match.
But the thing is, what does the lone druid do now for this net worth, right? Like, he's about as scary as he gets.
So many items in the fountain as well. I'm surprised he hasn't bought anything yet for the courier. I wonder if he's going to do that, or when he's going to do that, or is he just going to start buying moonshots for his team and stack up those ags?
Alright, Dassel's level 30. What time to be alive? Here we go. This is his game. Yes.
They can't contest this Roshan either. I'm not sure if it's...
Why does Dazzle have max movement?
He has a plus 40 movement speed talent.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like, he has the ninja gear as well.
Yeah. I don't know, I think there's enough. Don't you get movement speed from agility, right? Yeah, 6.4%.
So Sanking took the Ags.
Yep.
Ember has the Aegis. I think Lone Druid takes the Refresher. I don't know who has it, but...
There's at least the cheese on...
Ember has it.
Yeah, the Ember has it. He's also finished his Abyssal Blade. No buyback. Let's actually switch into buyback status so you guys can see what's really happening here. We've got 5 heroes with buyback. Invoker, Slark... Sorry, 4 heroes. Invoker, Slark, Dazzle, and the Lone Druid have their buybacks up. The others either can't afford or are on cooldown. Because we're talking very crucial minutes and moments here. At Finem, I think they're just happy holding their base and not extending anywhere.
I mean, I think the fact that Invoker didn't have to buyback after his death bot is like a big win for them. Yeah, they lose the Aegis. I think the buybacks are more important at this point. Because it's getting to that point in the game now where people don't really want to hold the Aegis because they lose a slot for it. It's not fun.
Yeah, running out of inventory slots here.
I love that Ember went Abyssal though. Like they needed more beacon piercing control. These BKBs on like the Slark and the Invoker and things. Because there's been a few times now where they've just BKB'd and run away.
What if he used a refresher shard on the Ember Spirit? Does he get all of his remnants back?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he does.
That would be the reason why he's probably going to be replacing his Aegis with the shard once it pops. And there's the bear.
I just think having the
Singularity seem like they're just going to give this bear away. Zitrax, however, has something to say about it. Got the Abyssal Blade onto the Axe. It's taking a lot of damage. Another Abyssal Blade. The bear has been thrown into the air, Thug, and there's a good ultimate connecting onto the Sankey.
Oh,
he's still...
though.
He's being hit by an E-Blade, so they can't touch him.
Oh, that's a nice pickup by us, actually.
Zitrax. Slark just wants to build up Essence Shift stacks. He's got 2. And the bear is running in the top lane. But that bear is gone. And Lone Druid has instantly spawned another one. Going onto the high ground, and then we're going straight onto the Ember Spirit. Where the hell is this guy going? He's just teleporting on our screen, and they're going to lose this Ember Spirit. Unless he gets great, but he's also getting a Cullibility down, and now he swaps in. He's still got a BKB up for round 2. MNT is dropping dangerously low, and he is gone. And they also take down Skylark, and Axe has no buyback either. It's 3 versus 5, and Singularity just might be doing it. Slark is also being cast off in the spawn, and he's also getting stunned by the Abyssal Blade, and the remnants are there, and they take the Slark down. They force his buyback, and they go straight onto the Sand King. The nullifier has been used up. They've got everything on him. The stun as well connected, but the Yules will come out from the Sand King, and Anthony will keep himself alive just a bit longer. And this is not even mega creeps yet. This is just a lane of Rax that goes down. And Rubik and Axe don't have buybacks. Axe can't afford, and Rubik's has his own cooldown. Invoker getting hexed up in the spot. He's got a Glimmer Cape keeping himself alive for a bit longer. Spartan gets stunned up by Hestajo. Hestajo tries to blink out. And then Tucky throws in a cold snap, but it's not going to be enough to try and take down Hestajo. And they take the mid-racks. Now they're going for the top. They're going to try and look for the mega creeps. Winter Wyvern, your life is useless. It is taken out, and they found the Invoker, and they take him down as well, but he has to use his buyback, and Thug is so close to dying. He pops his BKB. Hestajo stuns the Winter Wyvern once again, and he wants to get that clean ulti out, but he might have to just use it, because it's not going to happen today. Spartan is down, and he didn't get to use his ultimate at all. And Singularity are taking down the tier 4 towers. And Finem, they're getting stunned right in front of their fountain. And Hestajo keeping them busy. Invoker throwing in another tornado onto the Dazzle. The last tier 4 tower is down. The Ancient in trouble. GG is called, and Finem are eliminated from the minor qualifiers.
What a crazy